You want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about sports in the state of Michigan? You've got the truth, all right. Can you handle the truth? Find out right now on the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast, the show that detects and provides truth, research, and statistics about the Tigers, Lions, Red Wings, Pistons, Wolverines, and Spartans. Subscribe to its YouTube channel at the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast and listen to it in audio form wherever you get your podcasts. Follow it on X, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Michigan_truth, and like its Facebook page and know the truth. And welcome to another episode of the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. I'm Taylor Phillips. Lots to talk about tonight, including Frank Ragnow's retirement, Trystan Colon being the replacement, a new athletic director at Michigan State University, the more Connor Stallions stuff with the University of Michigan and its Wolverines football team, the Tigers sending Andy Ibanez down, and former Red Wings head coach Derek Lalonde heading to Toronto. But first off, of course, Lions center Frank Ragnow retires at age 29. Shocking, I know, but to some, it does look shocking. Don't get me wrong. He's age 29. Some may think that he still has a lot left in him, but here's the thing. He's been battling a lot of injuries, throat injuries, shoulder injuries, toe injuries, a concussion. He's rarely practiced and still played 70 snaps per game. And he couldn't reach a deal on a new contract with the Lions. He was very, very frustrated, of course. And his retirement occurred June 2nd, which was 5 days ago, allowing the potential cap hit that they are taking from his retirement spreading out to move over time. Especially if that extra cap space can now go towards either a new deal for Alex Anzalone or a contract extension for Aiden Hutchinson. And it could even open more cap space for a reunition with other position players such as Za'Darius Smith, who would be a nice return, and can bump off Ahmed Hassanein, except put him on the practice squad. The Lions had to go O-line heavy in the NFL draft. Tate Rutledge was taking some snaps with first team squads at OTAs earlier and could compete for the starting center position. Graham Glasgow has played center for the Lions before and could take over that role as well. Other free agent options are Nick Harris and Daniel Brunskill. Now, of course, the Lions did sign veteran center offensive guard Trystan Colon to a one-year deal, and that's who they chose. That's who they chose to possibly replace Frank Ragnow. Colon played 31 games in the last two seasons with the Arizona Cardinals shortly after going undrafted in 2020 and signing with the Baltimore Ravens that same year. Colon has played 386 total snaps, allowing just 12 pressures and 0 sacks. 0 sacks allowed, 12 pressures allowed in the last two seasons total. That's an average of 6. That's an average of just 6 pressures allowed, defensive pressures allowed per season, per regular season, which is really good. This reminds me of Penei Sewell, who also allows very minimal amount of sacks per season, like his 2019 Oregon season where he allowed only 1 sack all season long. Now, Colon still has to compete for depth, which is something the Lions need desperately to replace Ragnow. And I hope to God that he wins. And I think he possibly will. Also in competition for it our rookies Miles Frazier, returning veterans Coyote Awosika and Niate Mutai, and undrafted free agent rookie Mason Miller. So Trystan Colon is a big dude, and he can help an offense. He can definitely help an offensive line hold the defensive line to just very minimal pressures and very minimal sacks. The Lions, that could help the Lions have even less trouble, taking care of the football, of course. Ball security. They could also create valves in the run for Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. It could help Jared Goff in the pocket while he's going play action pass to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who had surgery, but is expected to be ready for training camp. Also, Jamison Williams and others, and other wide receivers, also like Sam Laporta, Brock Wright. And that is the main assignment, main objective for an offensive lineman, offensive guard, and a center, of course, to help hold the defensive line and defensive ends, of course, to minimal pressures and minimal sacks. And that's the key. That's what they have to do. So this is a good signing for the Detroit Lions, Trystan Colon. Now to college football, to college sports rather. Michigan State University hires J Batt as new athletic director after he left Georgia Tech. J Batt, I'm actually sure that he will be a better athletic director than Alan Holler. That's one thing for sure. It can propel the men's basketball program led by head coach Tom Izzo, the Spartans, and it can help the football program led by head coach Jonathan Smith. So we'll see what happens this forthcoming academic NCAA academic turn. Speaking of which, the Michigan Wolverines football team is facing a hearing involving former staffer Connor Stallions. Of course. Now, this was just breaking, of course. Michigan, according to Adam Rittenberg in an article on ESPN, Michigan wrapped up a 2-day hearing Saturday before the NCAA's Committee on Infractions, which is examining potential punishments for impermissible scouting and sign stealing orchestrated by former football staff member Connor Stallions. A Michigan spokesman told ESPN that the school would not be commenting until there was a final resolution to the case, which likely wouldn't come until later this summer or fall. Infractions decisions usually take at least 8 weeks. Wow, that's a long time. That's longer than a month, almost 2 months, for goodness sake. The school faces 11 violations total, 6 of them level 1, the most serious tier from the NCAA. Most of the violations concern the scouting and the scouting and sign stealing operation overseen by Stallions. I think I spelled Stallions wrong. Let me fix that for you guys. Thank you. Who was seen entering NCAA headquarters for the infraction committee hearings, according to Sports Illustrated. Stallions resigned from his position as football analyst in November 2023, several days after news of the investigation went public. Michigan administrators and attorneys also attended the hearings. The NCAA has already punished former Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh with a 4-year show cause penalty and a 1-year suspension for violations in a separate investigation into illegal recruiting during the COVID-19 period. The Big Ten took the unusual step of suspending Harbaugh for Michigan's final 3 regular season games, including Ohio State. Michigan still won that game in 2023 for violating its sportsmanship policy because of the sign stealing scandal. Michigan still went on to win the national championship that season. Yeah, I just made eye contact while saying that before I read that I caught that last sentence in that paragraph saying the exact same thing. See what I did there? Yeah. Harbaugh, now the head coach of the LA Chargers in the NFL, did not attend this week's hearing but could face additional penalties. Other former Michigan assistant coaches could face penalties, but the focus will be on punishment for the current program and its coaches, including head coach Sherrone Moore. Michigan is expected to suspend Moore in weeks 3 and 4 of this 2025 forthcoming regular season, part of self-imposed penalties after he deleted a thread of 52 text messages with Stallions. Oh my goodness. That is troubling. Mischief. Sherrone Moore, what the hell were you thinking? The NCAA has since obtained those messages, which Moore later said he looked forward to being released. Still, he could face additional penalties from the infractions committee and be considered a repeat offender. Oh boy, big trouble. He served a 1-game suspension in 2023 for his role in the COVID-19 recruiting violations probe. Michigan also could be labeled a repeat offender. The whole program, it's no joke, and receive additional penalties, including recruiting restrictions or a postseason ban. No way, man. Man, what I just read right there is big trouble for the Michigan Wolverines football program. Oh my God. That's just terrifying. Man. Can you imagine? Can anyone even imagine this crap? Imagine this fallout. Oh my God. How in the hell could you guys do that? Really? So, man, oh man, you can only hope that Michigan receives less penalty, but receives less punishment, but that's likely not going to be the case. It's just tragic. If it's a postseason ban, that's even the worst case scenario. The Tigers have sent Andy Ibanez down to Triple A Toledo, the Mud Hens, and selected outfielder Jahmai Jones from Toledo. Andy Ibanez was hitting .213 with a .611 OPS. His numbers were dwindling. He needed to send down immediately. That's all we know. But Jahmai Jones, first at bat in the major leagues, first pitch, and he sent one out for a home run. His first major league home run. Wow. Okay, so did he even play today? Jones. Yeah, he was 1 for 1. He's hitting 1,000 with a 3.500 OPS. Well, wouldn't you know it? I'm looking for it. It was a single today against the Chicago Cubs at a 6-1 loss. Man, oh man, oh man. Tyler Holton was starting. I don't know why. But still, Holton gave up just the one run on one hit, 2 strikeouts, no walks, an inning and a third. Kiner Montero went back to being awful. 5 2/3 innings, 4 earned runs, 5 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 3 home runs allowed. Holton gave up his lone earned run on a home run. Yeah, just the pitching. Those 2 pitchers were absolutely getting rocked. Chase Lee also allowed a home run in the 8th inning. And then John Brevia pitched a scoreless 9th inning to lower his ERA to 5.19. So it's going to be Jack Flaherty against Horton of the Chicago Cubs. Cade Horton, 3.51 ERA, 1.21 WHIP. Jack Flaherty, 4-6, 3.72 ERA, 1.09 ERA. Cade Horton, 3-0. So the Cubs right now have the best. The Cubs and Mets are tied for the best record in the National League, 40-24. The Tigers, still the best record in Major League Baseball, 42-24. Just a game ahead of the Cubs and Mets. The race is on. Let's get that right. The Yankees 39-23. Dodgers 38-27. The Astros 36-28, leading the NL West. Need I go on and on? Well, but anyway, the Tigers still need, I think, like some extra offense ahead of the trade deadline, and they need another reliever. They need a very effective reliever. So, Scott Harrison, Jeff Greenberg, you better be ready. Former Red Wings head coach Derek Lalonde, as we shift to hockey, the last topic of the episode, was hired by the Toronto Maple Leafs as an assistant coach behind head coach Craig Berube. You know, Derek Lalonde helped the Red Wings a little bit to improve to almost making the playoffs in 2024. But the beginning of the 2024 to 2025 season, just things went absolutely downhill. Yzerman let Lalonde go. Todd McClellan was hired, got them going again, and then another March slump. They never even recovered. But McClellan was pointing out in the postseason press conference that the Red Wings were lacking toughness, of course, but Lalonde, he just needs to be retaught how to be and act as a real head coach. Todd McClellan can do it. Craig Berube can do it too. So it's just some re-education for Derek. So what do we learn? The Lions may miss Frank Ragnow, but they have signed a great center in Trystan Colon, who is still going to have to compete for the starting job, but I think he will. MSU hired a good athletic director in J Batt. Of course, Michigan is going to get in a lot of trouble, their football program, with Connor Stallions. The Tigers made the right move sending Andy Ibanez down and calling up Jahmai Jones, and Derek Lalonde needs a mental reset on how to be a head coach. So let me take a sip of my water here. That's everything we learned in this episode of the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. I'm Taylor Phillips. Subscribe to its YouTube channel at the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. Like its videos and turn on all notifications on the bell icon. Click or tap on live to find its latest full episodes. And check out our shorts as well. Listen to it in audio form on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music /Audible, Castbox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, and JioSaavn. Also on social media, follow the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast on X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Michigan_Truth, and like its Facebook page. Follow me on X, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and YouTube at DT2Phillips. And also follow me on Twitch at DT2Phillips1984. Statewide business shoutouts go to Cops and Donuts, Hooters of Saginaw, Flint and Taylor. Cali Tickets, call Mark Goldman at 877-225-8425 or visit CaliTickets.com. Goodman Acker, Northwestern Technological Institute, Meyer, J&H Family Stores, Positive Chimney and Fireplace, Rally House, Jets Pizza, Athletical Physical Therapy on Woodward in Ferndale, Alpine Chocolate House, Detroit Wing Company, and Simply Delightful. Local business shout-outs go to the B4 Foundation, Cadillac Grill, Cadillac Nutrition, Cadillac Horizon Books, Front Porch Suttons Bay, Creative Embroidery, and Cadillac for designing the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast logo on my long sleeve shirt and t-shirt. Cuts by Melanie in Lake City, the El Cilantro Taco Shop in Petoskey, Edo Ramen in Southfield, The Jagged Fork, Erica Nita of Traverse City, Michigan Coffee Company of Cadillac, Northern Auto Lab in Lake City, Pro Quality Cleaners, Raven Social Restaurant, the Masaki Golf Course in Lake City, Union Barber in Birmingham and Ferndale, United Food Service Solutions of Grand Ledge, Fletcher's Pub, Texas Corners in Kalamazoo, United Mobile Power Wash and Dry Ice Works in Southfield, Geno Surf Avenue, Mocha Modern 7 Bistro, the Food Mafia, Let's Roll Out the Rolled Ice Cream, the Michigan Theater of Jackson, Northville Sports Den, and Wellbeing with Catherine Palms. Until next time, I'm Taylor Phillips signing off, but remember, we observe and detect the truth about sports in the state of Michigan because the truth is out there. Ta-ta, hit him with a hind.